Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Listen, we are in dire need of donations to keep these shows running and available for you 24/7. So that means when you're in the car, it's available for you to listen to. Whether you're at work, streaming, playing a game, it's available for you to listen to. Rowing your deen and learning about the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful different topics of Islam. Listen, one of the heaviest deeds that could be placed on your scale on the Day of Judgment is Sadaqah Jariyah. Yes, I know, I'm trying to build deeds daily. So you can too. So listen, feel free and please, from the bottom of your heart, donate to this wonderful cause, wonderful website and platform to continually push out shows that will benefit you and the Muslim Ummah. Yes, you can donate by going to the Sunnahfollowers.net website, pressing the donate tab. You can also scan the QR code in YouTube on the far left top of our videos that are streaming. Listen, guys, this is very important, and take this as important. We want to keep this programming available for you 24/7 so that you have access in your car, anywhere you choose to tune in to this wonderful programming. Yes, guys, it's all at your disposal. So listen, feel free to donate. Once again, remember, Sadaqah Jariyah, one of the heaviest deeds on your scale on the Day of Judgment. He was known as the Sword of Allah, one of the greatest generals in history, one of Islam's greatest heroes. His name, Khalid ibn al-Walid. Sunnahfollowers presents a new series presented by Ustad Mukhtar Shahid. Coming soon, so stay tuned. Streaming on all major platforms. Channel Sunnahfollowers. Sunnahfollowers presents a new upcoming class. Stay tuned. Sacred Bonds by Daryl Abdullah Kirk. Yes, Sacred Bonds, navigating the depths of Muslim matrimony and the family. You don't want to miss this one. Please stay tuned. Streaming on all major platforms right here on Sunnahfollowers.net.
Living in this dunya, to the believer, it's a prison. Living in this dunya, to the believer, it's a prison. Living in this dunya, to the believer, it's a prison. He said, pray as you see me pray. Utter these words that you hear me say. Based on the Sunnah, worship Him, just follow them.
Assalamu alaikum. New class coming to you every Monday and Wednesday, taught by Sis Laila Nasheeba, the fiqh of prayer. Every Monday and Wednesday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Inshallah, we'll see you there. Streaming on all major platforms. Channel Sunnahfollowers. Assalamu alaikum. Upcoming class alert. Upcoming class alert. Yeah, you heard right. We got an upcoming class alert taught by Ustad Laila Nasheeba. So stay close, because listen, it's going to be good. This series is the series on the jinn. Please, you're going to want to listen and take some notes. Streaming on all major platforms. Once again, taught by Ustada Laila Nasheeba. Streaming on all major platforms. channel Sunnahfollowers. Join us every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern for the Ask Sis Laila live call-in and answer show. Please join Ustada Laila Nasheeba. If you have any questions in regards to this theme, call in at 862-370-2838. Now streaming on various platforms right here on Sunnahfollowers.
Ask Sister Laila live. Sister Laila live. Weekly for the happy hour. Ask Sister Laila live. Sister Laila invite your friends and family. Make it cozy. Ask Sister Laila.
Colin. And by the way, what are you getting up here today? Let's talk about it.
Any other questions?
This is gonna be good.
Welcome to Ask Sister Laila Live.
And by the way, what are you getting up here today? Let's talk about it.
Wait a minute.
Time for the Ask Sister Laila live show.
This is
Lines
gonna
are
be
now
good.
open. 862-370-2838.
Ina alhamdulillah, wa salat, wa salam ala wa rasulullah. I'd like to welcome everybody to our weekly Ask Sister Laila live show. And this is where you can come and ask your questions about Islam and inshallah get them answered. And again, the question can be of any type, because I know the Muslims have a lot of questions, a lot of issues that we're dealing with today. And again, I am streaming simultaneously on many different platforms. I am live and simultaneous on Facebook. I am on YouTube. I am on Twitch. I am on Rumble. I am on LinkedIn. My Arabic brothers and sisters on LinkedIn. I am also on Instagram and Twitter. All you have to do to get your question answered is to just type it on the screen. And inshallah, I should be able to see your question so I can comment. And also, if you don't want to type it on the screen, you can also use the microphone. And to use the microphone, you simply just join our Zoom room. Yeah, just come into our Zoom room there. And that's the, hold on. I'm always trying to work it. That's the address to our Zoom room, www.sunnahfollowers.net. Go to that link and then click on Zoom room, and that'll bring you directly into the Zoom room. And I have a lot of my students are in there, and I have moderators. It's controlled. It's a controlled Zoom room. And also, what you can do is you can go to the website at sunnahfollowers.net, and there's a chat box that's going to pop up. You can also type your question there to that chat box, and it'll inshallah come to me and to my moderators so we can answer. Or you can simply just call us. You can call that phone number that's on the screen. You can call it with a regular phone, or you can call it using WhatsApp. If you guys have WhatsApp, you can call that number with your WhatsApp, 876, right? Wait a minute, I got the wrong number. Hold on. Wait, 876, right?
No, 862.
Oh God. 862. Wait a minute. 370-2838. Oh, is the phone number. How did I type it like that? That was crazy. I knew that wasn't a number. It must be my fingers. I'm trying to do so much and I get to typing real fast. Okay, so let me put it back up there again. Yeah, that's the Zoom room. The Zoom room is at sunnahfollowers.net. The phone number is 862-370-2838. You can dial it anyway. You can dial it using WhatsApp, or you can use your phone or whatever. And you can call, and inshallah, we'll answer your question that way too. And also for those of you who are a part of our WhatsApp group, because we do have a WhatsApp group. If you are a part of my WhatsApp group, you can put a question there too, and inshallah it'll get answered. But for those of you who joined the Zoom room, let me let you guys know, if you have a question, you can type it publicly, or don't send me any private messages, because even though I'm looking, it appears that I'm looking directly at you. I am not. I don't see the Zoom room at all. I'm looking through my streaming camera. So I'm not going to be able to see anything you type. If you want to private message somebody, private message Sister May, and she'll ask the questions for me anonymously, okay? But don't message me, because I'm not going to get your message. So I just want to put that out there. And for those of you who do have questions, walaikum salam. I see we got Brother Akil. Walaikum salam. I see that you're here. Also, Sister BK. Walaikum salam from United Kingdom. MashaAllah, it's good to see you, sister. Always good to see my sister BK from the United Kingdom. For those of you who may have questions now, you can start typing them on the screen, and inshallah, I'll be able to see them. Also, before we, I want to address one thing before I get started with any other questions. You guys know when I put my shorts out, when I put the shorts out, you're just getting 1 minute, because I never make them over a minute long. You're just getting 1 minute of an answer that I'm giving. And that's just to tantalize the people to try to listen to the whole lecture. But I want to make this clear, although I think you all already know, because I think I have made it clear, but I want to re-emphasize it too. Remember, we women, we talked about women praying. A woman gets more blessings practicing her religion at home. That's what we were talking about that day. You sisters get more blessings staying in your houses than going anywhere else, okay? And I was letting you guys know that when it comes to the prayer, when you read the hadiths that speak about the virtues of congregational prayer, the virtues of praying at the mosque, all of those hadiths are for the brothers. It's referencing for the men. A woman gets more blessings praying by herself at home. And I've given you guys the dalil numerous times. The Prophet ﷺ said a woman gets more reward, more blessings praying in the innermost part of her home. And I always tell you, my innermost part is my bedroom. That's where I make all my prayers at. The innermost part, what does that mean? That's the part where she's seen the least. That's the part of her home where she's less likely to be seen. For me, it's my bedroom, because I live in apartments. My bedroom. I go in my bedroom, close my door. Can't nobody see what I'm doing in my bedroom. But if I prayed in the living room, everybody can see me. If I prayed in the dining room, everybody can see me. I have an open house plan. But for you, your innermost chamber may be different. My mother, for example, she has a 1, 2, 3. She has a 4-story house. My mother has a prayer room. So that's where she prays. She has a prayer room, a designated prayer room for her. For somebody else, the innermost part of your house may be your attic, or, your innermost part may be a closet. I know some sisters who do that. They have walk-in closets. How many of you got walk-in closets? I got 2 of them. Okay. A lot of us sisters will pray in their closet, so that way they're not distracted by the kids. The kids go looking for you. They can't find you in the closet. So innermost, I just want to re-emphasize that. I think you guys already know that and understand it, because I've talked about this so many times. But all you sisters know, your innermost part of your home is where you are less likely to be seen, okay? And it may vary. For me and most apartment people, it's our bedroom. We live in apartments. But if you got houses, that might be something else. All right, I just want to clarify that, because that came up And by the way, guys, when you look at our shorts, if you guys can see, I started doing something new. When I post a short, I try to put a link to the full video. And it's often good to go to the full video so you can hear the complete question. You can hear the complete answer. Because again, a short is only 1 minute or less. And I try to edit to just get you the meat of whatever the answer is. So please check out the full video when you look at those shorts, because more information is in the full video. Just want to let that be known. Yeah, exactly, sister. Yours is your bedroom too. Yeah, that's because most of us live in apartments. If you got an apartment, most apartments are open floor plan. You got to go to a bedroom. Okay, but houses are different. Like I say, my mother got 3-4 floors. She has a prayer room. So whatever yours, and bottom line, the whole point is to not be seen. What's the whole essence of that, of the prophet saying that? Where you get the least attention, because as women, we don't want to bring attention to ourselves. That's why when we leave the house, we cannot wear perfume. Perfume brings attention, not makeup. Who's going to be looking at my face? Most people walk and be looking down. But if you looking down at the ground and I walk past you and you smell me, you're going to go, whoa, what was that? That's attention. That's attention. Makeup is not haram, and makeup don't bring no more attention. If a woman looks nice, she just looks nice. Nothing you can do about it. Allah is the creator. Okay? Lower your gaze. But perfume is a different thing. It's going to deliberately, intentionally attract somebody's attention. So the whole essence of that hadith is to not draw unnecessary attention to yourself. That's also why when we women pray, there is no adhan for us. There is no iqamet. The Prophet ﷺ said there is no adhan nor iqamet for a woman. Why? Because it entails raising our voice to bring attention to ourselves. You don't want anyone to know that you are alone in your house. If you hear a woman calling the adhan from her home, you hear a woman call the iqamah, what does that tell you? That tells you that her husband ain't home. That's telling you that her sons are not home. Because if her husband was home and her sons were home, they would be calling the adhan. They would be calling the iqamah. Y'all see the hikmah, the wisdom of Allah. So that's why the prophet said there is no adhan, there is no iqamah for the woman, meaning we don't have to do it. Because why would we do something that can endanger us? Just like the perfume. You walk past a man and he smells you, now he'll look at your face. And beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. You might find me ugly because I'm too pale. But another man might like a pale woman. You brought attention to yourself with that perfume. You sisters get it? All right. So, yeah, just put your questions on the screen. Sister Rainia, mashallah, there's my Rainia, one of my favorite names. Mashallah, there's Sister Rainia. Do I got a niece named Rainia? I think I do. Mike. Okay, I think I do. Okay, Sister Rainia has a question here. Her question is, wa alaikum salam, Sister Rainia. She says, is it true that the day of judgment will be on a Friday? Yes, we have an authentic hadith where the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam spoke about the virtues of Friday. What are some of the virtues of Friday? Okay, it's the day that Allah, exactly, good job. You got it, new Muslims. Mashallah, exactly. Y'all remember that hadith? We went over that a couple of weeks ago. So yes, whenever the day of judgment comes, it'll be on a Friday. And remember, we will be the first nation to be judged. Why Friday? We will be the first. We will be the first to be judged on the day of judgment. and we will be the first to enter paradise. And that's another question I wanted to answer. Thank you for reminding me, Brother Bilal. Brother Bilal brought the question up to me about paradise 2 days ago, and I didn't have a chance to answer him because I was busy doing other stuff. The question is it true that the first people that will enter paradise are the prophets? No. There's numerous hadiths that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has described in detail the occurrences on the Day of Judgment. And he told us that every prophet will stand before his nation. So Jesus will stand before his people, Moses before his people, Prophet Muhammad before his people. The first to be judged will be the Prophet Muhammad's people, our people. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says we were the last to come in this world, but we will be the first to come in the hereafter, followed by the Jews, followed by the Christians. Our day is Friday. The Jews' day is Saturday. The Christians' day is Sunday. Those hadiths are all authentic, Bukhari and Muslim. Okay? So we will be judged first. And then after us, Allah will do the other peoples in that order, the Jews and then the Christians. Okay? And exactly. Good job, Brother Bilal. You're right. There will be no Christians in paradise. There will be no Jews in paradise. You remember the hadith now, right? The people who were the true followers, the people who were with Jesus, alayhi salam, the people who were with Moses, alayhi salam, they weren't Jews, they weren't Christians, they were Muslims. They will enter paradise. Exactly. Now you remember. Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of information. It's okay. If you guys get kind of mixed up with the information, it's okay to come here and ask me, because I'm teaching you guys the basics of Aqidah, but a lot of times it's so much information it can become overwhelming. So if you ever get confused, don't feel bad, about coming to me asking the question again. Yes, alhamdulillah. Wa alaikum salam, Brother Muhammad. How are you? Brother Muhammad was one of our new shahadas too. Yeah. Yeah, he has. Yeah, that's whose picture that was exactly on the short. You guys like that short I put out. That short that I put out answering that question has a lot of views. Yeah, his picture, when I make the short, it comes out because I try to put y'all on the screen if I can, so other people can see the question. Yeah, that's who it was. It was him. Yeah, it's Brother Muhammad. Alhamdulillah. Okay, any questions in the Zoom room?
Yeah, we have one here. The question is, forgive me if this is too personal, but when a woman masturbates, does she needs to make ghusl afterwards?
Didn't we just have this filthy question? I mean, it ain't filthy, but it's embarrassing. Didn't you the person that asked that question, didn't you just ask me that 3 weeks ago? What's wrong? You forgot? You ever seen that movie called Mr. and Mrs. Smith? Remember when Angelina Jolie took that telephone and knocked him in the head and he started doing this? And Brad Pitt said, what, you got a spasm? Didn't I just answer that nasty question for you last week? Person, type at, see what answer they give you. I'm not going to sit here, guys.
It wasn't her.
Huh?
She said it wasn't her.
Was it her, Fatma? You know it was, wasn't it? Was it her, Fatma? Fam May don't want to tell on you.
This would be a different person.
Okay, I'm going to tell y'all, I'm not going to keep answering the same questions like that about sex over and over again. We got to have some type of haya, some type of modesty. As we talked about in our class on Gusso, which I don't mind answering because you need to know. Is she a new Shahada?
Can I answer that question?
You want to try to answer it?
Yes.
Let me hear your answer. Okay.
All right. So after you have something with your husband, you have to do is you have to go in the bathroom. You have to take a shower, wash your hair, and everything. And then, yeah, you just have to make sure you're clean. Yeah.
Okay, you're a new Shahada. Okay, so that's one of my new Shahadas. Good job. So you remembered that, right? That's after relations with your husband, right?
Yes.
Now, let me ask you, see if you remember this. What about after menses? What do you do when your menses ends?
Repeat that.
What do you do after your menses ends? After your period is over, what do you do?
After your period is over, you take a shower, and then you pray.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this question, because since you were the new Shahada, let's see if the rest of y'all new Shahadas get this right too. Now, say for example, your hair was in braids. Do you wear braids?
No, you have to take your braids off. You have to take the braids off, and you have to make a line in your hair, and you have to wash it.
Which time? With the menses or the other one?
Right, repeat that. Sorry, my son was yelling.
Okay. If you have braids in your hair, what do you do with your hair after relations with your husband and after menses?
You have to take your braids off, and you have to wash your hair.
When? With both of them?
No, after.
After your husband or after menses?
After menses.
Good job. Okay, good job. I want to make sure you know that because you're one of my new Shahadas and you're married. Good job. I'm proud of you, Atika. You go, girl. She got it. Exactly. Before I answer that first question, new Shahada women, just to make sure, so we're clear. When you have sexual relations with your husband, if your hair is in braids, you don't have to undo your braids. Okay? But after your menses has completed, you have to take a complete shower and take your hair loose and wash it too. Or you don't have to come loose. You can really, you should take it loose. You want to make that the time to do your head wash. You know, the full thing. Exactly. Y'all remembered that, my new Shahadas? Okay, good. So now let's answer the question. What about this? If a person has a wet dream and you wake up from a wet dream, do you have to take a ghusl? What do you guys say, new Shahadas? You have a wet dream and you wake up from the wet dream. What do you do? Atika, do you remember that one? Okay, Brother Muhammad
said, do you have to make a prayer, right?
No, you don't have to make a prayer. No. You don't have to worry about wet dreams because you married. Okay, Brother Muhammad got it right. Yes. If you have a wet dream and you wake up and you see signs of the wet dream, If there are signs of the wet dream, then yes, you take a complete ghusl. You take a complete ghusl. New shahadas, that's for women and men. But if you're having a wet dream and you wake up and there's no sign at all, do you take a ghusl then, Brother Muhammad? Brother Muhammad, if you're having a dream and you wake up and there's no sign at all, do you still take a ghusl?
Isn't that answer no?
Yeah, the correct answer is no, because sometimes a person can be asleep and have an erotic dream. If you're having a dream and you wake up and there's no sign, then no. So now that brings us to the last scenario. What about if a person makes themselves do that? Do they have to take a ghusl? Yes. Yes. Because you got the sign. You've done that. So is that your answer? Did the person get the answer, Fame? So yes, if you make yourself do that, yes, you have to take a ghusl. You got the answer? Allah loves cleanliness. He doesn't like filth. And when you present yourself before Allah to pray, you have to be in a state of purity. You don't want to be in a state of filth or dirtiness. So yes, you must take a ghusl after doing that to yourself. Exactly, Brother Muhammad. Because there's discharge. Yes. Yes, because of the discharge. Exactly. Does that person understand the answer now? Let's pray we don't get this question again next week. All right, next question.
Even if there's no fluid.
Okay, who is that? Is that a female?
Yes, Sister Dina.
There is fluid. You a woman. A woman's gonna make fluid. Come on, women. Not only are you going to make fluid, you want me to get nasty? You're going to make the fish smell too. Come on, women. Y'all got to woman up. You grown women who done had children. Y'all know better. You know darn well you got to take a ghusl. Muslim all your life and got 50,000 children. You know that answer. All right, next question. I answer the question and they come back with that. No fluid. What woman don't have fluid? Something wrong with you? You a prune? Come on, you got fluid. You making fluid. These are the questions the female dyer has to deal with. All right, next question. Woo, you women are crazy. Yes. Yes, you do. Exactly. That's like, you got it, sister. Yes, you, sister, whether you ejaculate or not, the simple fact that you're doing that to yourself, you're making fluid. If you weren't making fluid, it's going to be painful as heck. And you wouldn't do it. Because ain't nothing worse than a dry. And you know I'm talking about. Ain't nothing painful than the dry. So there is fluid. You made it. So take a ghusl. Okay, next question. Okay, here's a question. A sister's husband. Wait, let me put her question here. Yeah, that's right. She making fluid. Exactly. A sister's husband's. Oh, here we go. A sister's husband's other wife left Aki. What does sister have to take Aki in FT? Oh, wait a minute. Oh. A sister's husband's other wife left Aki. Does sister have to take Aki and FT, or can she hold him to agreed arrangement? What's FT? What's FT mean? I don't know what FT mean. FaceTime?
Full time.
What?
Full time.
You asking, what do you mean? Oh, girl, please. Lord, this is going to be a heck of a Q&A today. These are the old ladies. By the way, these questions are coming from the old ladies. Oh, God. Okay. If you agreed, okay, I think you know the answer, Goldie. Did you have a contract that you not see him full time? I know what you're asking. What was your contract agreement? Was your contract that you see him twice a month and that's it? If your contract was that you only see him twice a month or however many times a week, he has to honor it unless you choose to change it. You can agree. The other wife left, huh? Girl.
Sister Laila, can you explain to us what she means?
Wait a minute, let me deal with this first, because it's the old lady. Girl. Y'all see what comes out of my Q&As? She left. You know, I'm sorry. I didn't think she was going to stay there long because she had problems. But anyway, you can change the agreements if you want to. The other wife left. Okay, well, since she's gone, you know, if you want to hold him to your original agreement, you can. But if you want to change that original agreement, you can do that too. Y'all can decide on that. You and him can decide on that. Yeah. What she's talking about is, guys, you know, I keep telling you, American Muslim women. Now, the Muslim in the Arabic countries and Asia and the Muslim lands, the marriage contract is everything. We take our marriage contract seriously. A marriage contract can sometimes take a year to write, to agree to. Okay, so what she's saying is this is a sister that married into a polygamous marriage. Okay, but her agreement was that I only see you 2 times a month or 3 times a month, because she wasn't looking for no full-time marriage anyway. She already knew that he had another wife. Her thing was, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm an older woman. These are older women. Just marry me, and you know, we just I need that companionship and all of that. But I'm an independent woman. I'm self-sufficient. These are women that are independent and self-sufficient. So they marry basically for companionship. And they'll say, you know, I work and I got, you know, things to do, but we'll agree that we can see each other maybe 2 weeks out the month or 4 weekends out the month. If that's what she agreed to and he agreed to originally, that's the contract. But now she's saying that the other wife, the first wife, left. So now the brother just has her. So she's asking me, can he dictate to her that he now wants her to tear the paper up and be his full-time 24-hour a day, every day of the week woman? That's the question. Okay? And my answer to her is whatever they agreed to in that contract stands, unless she's willing to make the exception, which she probably will. You know, We make contracts and we fall in love. She'll probably end up with him all the time. But whatever the contract is, it's the contract. Because he can find another woman. He can find another wife. A man's allowed to have 2, 3, 4 and hit the door. Okay? Girl. And I want you new shahadas to understand something. When a woman walks away from a marriage, that's something serious in Islam. We have to do things the way Allah says. You just gonna leave? What kind of stuff is that, girl? That's some crazy stuff. You know, see how we're imitating the non-believers and everything, man. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, inshallah, I'm hoping that you're going to change it. You know, because love comes later and we change. Yeah. But and to answer your question, Islamically, your contract is still your contract. And Allah knows best. Any questions in that Zoom room?
Yes, the next question is it true that once a woman reaches past childbearing years, that she does not have to wear hijab?
Oh, God. Y'all see, this is the elderly woman day. These are the older sisters. Lord, have a mercy. Let me put this up here. And I'm going to answer this question. I was hoping that this question would come up one day. Let me put the link to the phones there. Okay. All right. First of all, this is another example as to how women in the West, you know, we take the words of Allah, the hadiths of the Prophet, and twist them around to suit our needs. And again, when it comes to this religion, we have to learn the Fusha. We have to know the Arabic. Okay? When Allah speaks about past childbearing years, it does not mean that you had a hysterectomy. So because I had a hysterectomy and can't have no babies, I ain't got to cover up. Nope. It doesn't mean because Allah said I can't have children, that means I don't have to wear a hijab. Nope, it doesn't mean that. What it means is you are so old, you are so feeble, you are so wrinkled up as you become close to death, that if a man saw you standing up butt naked, all he would do is feel sorry for you and say, somebody take that poor old lady and put her in the house. That's what it means. Past childbearing years is not an age. Past childbearing years is how you look because of your old, wrinkled, close to death body. And I don't know no woman, I don't know no female on planet Earth who would want to be called so old, so wrinkled, so unattractive that if you stood outside in the traffic butt naked, the men would just feel sorry for you and say, somebody help that poor crazy woman and put her back in her house in some clothes. I don't think no woman wants to fall in that category. So no, that hadith does not mean that because you cannot have children, you don't have to cover up. Does every woman here understand that? I am 63 years old. I can't have children. Do y'all think I can walk out the house naked? What do y'all think would happen if I took off my hijab? I'm 63 years old. And I got to keep these men on this website in check because they think I'm 20. Okay, so past childbearing years has nothing to do with age. It's your health and physical appearance. And Allah knows best. What's the comment? The woman in who got on the mic, what's your comment? Yeah, I'm 63. I put you to shame, don't I? You think I can get naked? I don't think you want to see me naked because I make you cry. Okay? Yeah, so it has nothing to do with age, guys. It's your physical condition. You women are going to have to learn to love what Allah loves. You women are going to have to learn to hate what Allah hates. You women are going to have to learn to submit and stop looking for a reason to be like the unbelievers and get naked. Y'all got to get over that desire to be naked. And Allah knows best. Y'all understand that? Exactly, Sister Goldie. That's why we women got these problems with these young brothers chasing the women that's age 40 to 75. They can't believe that we 75 and we 63 and we 50. They think we 20. Do you think we can take off our hijab? I don't think y'all would want us to do that. Because y'all wouldn't have no husbands. Experience too. Experience always is going to out trump inexperience. Sisters here. This is the elderly sisters' night, I guess. Okay, here's another question. Hold on. Assalamu alaikum. I'm a bit confused by what was mentioned about the women who does ghusl for the end of her period has to take out her braids. I watch your piece. Okay, not the women. Okay, yeah. I know it's a lot of information. And began not taking because it was covered. I didn't have to. Okay, for your husband, you don't have to. You don't have to remove if you got your hair in braids, sister. When you have relations with your husband, you don't have to, you don't have to take your braids out. But you do have to undo your braids for your menses, your period. Everybody got it? Yeah. You got it the other way around. You don't have to remove your braids. You can let the water go through your hair after relations with your husband. But when your menses comes and when your menses ends, you have to remove the braids and wash your hair. Okay? Because, Allah wants us to clean our hair and keep ourselves clean. You got to wash your hair sometime. Okay? But you don't have to do it after relations with your husband. If you did that, your husband wouldn't do it. Girl, can you imagine the order? Some people have relations 10 times. That's a lot of hair washing. Your hair is going to be messed up. But if you got it in braids, just, you don't have to do that. You understand? And by the way, guys, and for those of you who did not know, Allah will still give you the reward based on your intentions. So don't worry about that. If you did not know, you guys are new shahadas, okay? Now you do know, so don't worry about it. Allah will still give you the reward for your prayers and stuff based on your intentions. Yeah, but just write that down. Husband, keep the braids in. Menses, take the braids out. Yeah, that's the good way to remember it. Husband, keep braids in. Menses, take braids out. That's how you remember that. Yeah.
But it's common sense, though.
It makes sense. You're right. You can see how Islam appeals. Allah has the wisdom that we don't know, because your husband might want, that's 10 times. Girl, come on. Nobody got time to be braiding and washing, braiding. Nah. Allah made it easy for us. And that's what happened. Salama was one of the wives of the prophet. She had long hair. And so one day she asked the prophet, she said, "Oh, prophet of Allah, some of us have long hair and having all those relations, The prophet said, she said, can we keep our hair in braids? The prophet said, if you have it in braids, when you have relations with your husband, you don't have to undo them. But after your menses, you do, because you got to wash your hair at least once a month, guys. At least once a month, do your hair. Some of us have to wash our hair more than once a month, depending on the type of grade. But one of the things I like about some of the sisters, especially some of my African sisters, they don't have to wash but once a month. That's because their hair is that kind of nice hair that can go. But look at me. I can't go longer than a week without washing my hair. It starts to look like a dead rat. A dead rat. Yeah. Oil. Yeah, that oil cakes up in it. But yeah, so at least once a month. So just remember that with the husband, keep the braids in. But when my menses goes away, take them braids out and wash it. And Allah knows best. Good questions. Next question.
The next question is, I heard you address the nurses in one of your videos, but wouldn't it be better if they asked to be taken out of their misery instead of letting them suffer?
You must be one of the nurses I was talking to in the video, huh? Sister, I'm going to tell you nurses, like I said when I answered that question. And it makes me so sad. Because I worked in that field. Allah makes the laws and Allah makes the rules, guys. Nobody is higher than him. No human being will ever possess the knowledge, the reasoning, the hikmah that Allah has. Allah said one of the worst sins that any human being can commit is murder. Y'all know that? Thou shalt not kill. That's one of the 10 commandments. That was in all the scriptures that came even before us. That was not just in the Quran. That thou shalt not kill was in every book that Allah sent. To take the life of one person that doesn't fall in the categories that Allah listed, it's as if you've killed all of mankind. That's a serious sin, to take a person's life, number one. That's what Allah said, not me. Do you women believe in Allah, or do you women believe in murder? Yo, killing people is your God. Okay? Some people are sick. Some people have hard hearts. Some people have no compassion. Like the prophet told one of the Bedouins who saw him kiss a kid. He said, I can't help it if Allah didn't put compassion in your heart. Okay? Number two, not only does Allah say thou shalt not kill, because that's a cardinal sin, but he also says never lose hope. Never lose hope. Nothing happens in this world, good or bad, unless I make it happen. That's what he says. He also says, I will never put a burden on any of you that's too great to bear. He says, I'm going to test you in this life with everything that you love. Your husbands, your wives, your children, your money, your health. But understand, whatever test I send to you, you can handle it. Otherwise, I wouldn't send it to you. And then Allah gives us a great example. This is the maqasid. Shows how the Quran is maqasid. Allah gives us this parable and the story of one of the best men created, Prophet Job. Allah allowed Iblis to fill Prophet Job's body with the most painful sickness imaginable. It was so bad. The pain was the worst pain that any of us could ever imagine. Did Job kill himself? Did Job ask somebody to kill him? Iblis came to him and said, kill yourself. Tried to get him to do it. Iblis came to him, tried to get him to say something bad about Allah. You know what Job did? Job just laid there. He said, Alhamdulillah, because if Allah has chosen to afflict me with this sickness, I know that I can handle it. Because if I couldn't handle it, Allah wouldn't allow me to be afflicted with it. So Job said, Alhamdulillah. So that's number 2. Number 3, the Prophet Muhammad said, the lawful and the unlawful have been clearly defined by Allah. No one has the authority to make things lawful or unlawful but Allah. So now, what makes you crazy nurses think that you hold the soul of man in your hands? So because a person has cancer and they're saying how much pain they're in, first of all, Allah sends treatment. Another example of the mercy of Allah. Allah says, for every sickness, I will send the treatment. They have a lot of pain medication out there, sweetheart, that can help people, even people who have been burnt, even burn victims. Allah has sent treatment to help with the pain. And if the pain is unbearable, Allah takes the soul. So again, I don't know why you women want to fight Allah on this. You think that you are better than Allah? You think that you are the Almighty? You going around killing people. You think that's compassion? That's not compassion. That's a murderer. You women are murderers. And you women are going to answer to Allah for all the lives you've taken because of your disbelief in Him. Because if you believed in Him, you would do what? You would submit like Job did. You will submit like people have been doing since Allah created Adam. But you women want to play with science. You women want to play with the human's soul. So you want to kill people. All I can tell you sick women is you're going to answer to Allah. And it better not be none of my relatives that you killing. Because I'm coming after you for key sauce. And Allah knows best. Does that answer your question, person? You think you know mercy better than Allah? You think that you know what is compassion and Allah doesn't? You think you know more than Allah? You sick women. And that's what you are. You're sick women. All I can tell you is let it be one of mine you do it to. You're going to learn what key sauce is. Comments? You got any comments, sister? These murderous nurses. And by the way, guys, this is one of the signs of the last hour too. The prophet said one of the signs is that we will give beautiful names to bad things. You're a murderer. You're killing people, but you call yourself showing mercy. So now murder has become mercy because you call it merciful, compassionate killing. That's supposed to take away the fact that you're a murderer? Not here. It don't work that way, sweetheart. It don't work that way. All right. She got any comments? Yeah, I've been dealing with these nurses on Instagram all week. Bunch of Instagram nurses. Y'all better watch them. They taking the souls of your relatives. All right. Next question.
Next question is, this one would be from YouTube. Finding Islam was difficult, but I must say after converting, the Muslims aren't making life any easier with all the confusion and opinion, etc. Any words of advice on this?
Yeah, what I suggest, the same thing I tell y'all every day. If people are giving you answers to questions or advice, and they're not backing it up with evidence from the Quran and the authentic hadiths, and they're not giving you examples like I just did, this person from the companions and all of that, don't listen to them. Because that's why this war did not start last year with Gaza. I keep telling y'all that. This war started during the Bush regime. Y'all forgot about Bosnia? Or the same thing that's happening in Gaza happened in Bosnia. Y'all forgot that? The same thing that's happening in Gaza happened in Kuwait. Oh yeah, they rebuilt Kuwait in 2 years. Okay? It happened in Iraq. It happened in Afghanistan. This war has been going on. This is the war from Allah. Allah is the one that sends it. And now when y'all look at the type of twisted answers and that Muslims are coming up with today, you see that everything Allah does is for just cause. Allah is just. Whatever happens to us, we brought it on ourselves. Like Allah says, whatever evil befalls you as a nation, you brought it on yourselves. And these are examples. We got Muslims murdering people for a living. They're killing people for a living. They say, well, she's got cancer. I'm going to take her out of her misery. Let's just kill her. Okay, that person there was in a car accident. He's in a coma. He's probably not going to come out. Let's just kill him. Okay, that person there got COVID and he can't breathe good. Let's just kill him. Can y'all imagine that? That's what these stupid nurses are doing. That's what they're doing. They call it mercy killings, compassion, taking them out of their, oh, let's give them an end. Let's just end their life. This is why this war has been here and is spreading. It ain't ever leaving. And when I ask these knucklehead nurses where they got this crap from, because the law is clear, thou shalt not kill unless it falls in those 3 categories. And that this is sickness is not a category. A lot of people come out of comas every day. A lot of people have cancer and beat it every day. A lot of people are in pain. Give me a Tylenol. I'm better tomorrow. But these people think they can kill for a living. Even though Allah said you can't. So I asked them, where did y'all get this from? Oh, the higher up scholars told us this. Tell me, who is higher up than Allah? You mean to tell me that there's a committee of human beings who call themselves scholars and they're higher than Allah? Are you out your mind? That's why this war came from Allah. That's why Allah is just in everything he does. And that's why it ain't leaving. It's going to continue to spread like it has spread. It started with Bosnia and Afghanistan, and look where it is now. It's all over Africa. It's getting ready to hit America. It's getting ready to hit Europe. So the best thing that I can tell all you new shahadas is, if they don't give y'all the evidence from the Quran and the authentic hadiths, don't listen to these people today, because they're crazy. The Muslims today are crazy, man. They're ignorant. These nurses, I've been fighting them all week. They're ignorant. Just a bunch of murderers. The higher up said we can do it. What did Allah say? Well, I don't care what Allah said. The higher up scholars told us we can kill them. Are you crazy? Okay, next question. I want to know what that nurse got to say. Does that nurse have any other comments in there, family? I want you to answer me back, nurse. How does it feel to have blood on your hands? How does it feel? All right. Next question.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I work at a assisted living field with the old people. So since like I'm a Muslim, am I allowed to give a male shower?
That's an exception. Yes, you can, because this is a treatment. You're taking this as you're a nursing. You're taking care of a sick patient. Yes, as long as you're not one, we got sick nurses that commit murder. As long as you ain't a pervert who gets off on old men, then there's nothing wrong with that. But we got all kind of people today.
The reason why I asked you that is because I work with them, and someone said, a chef person said to me, you can't do that because that's haram. And I'm like, how? When I'm not feeling dirty to take care of the person, I'm taking care of the way I would take care of my own.
Did he give you a verse from the Quran that says you can't do it, or did he give you a hadith?
He's giving me a hadith.
What hadith? What's the hadith? What is the hadith? What does it say? And what's the source?
Oh, no, not hadith. He just gave me like a little preach, and I'm like, okay.
Oh, that's not a hadith.
No, he didn't give me a hadith. And I'm like, where does the Quran say?
And I want y'all to know, y'all want to know who the most famous sheikh is? The most famous sheikh is Shaitan. So the name sheikh don't mean nothing but old person. So
that's what I told him. I'm like, I don't think you know what you're talking about, because I'm like, that's not haram to me to take care of an old person.
Yeah, just walk away from. Like I told y'all, new shahadas, turn away from the ignorant. Allah says in the Quran, turn away. Turn away from the ignorant and keep it moving. I done bathed a lot of men in my lifetime. I just retired 3 years ago. I worked in the health field. I worked with the developmentally disabled. And I had to give them showers all the time. Subhanallah. If you doing your job, I don't even remember how they look down there. You doing your job. That's a service you're doing. If you're a professional. These people are crazy. We got some sick Muslims. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, sister. Yeah, who else is going to take care of the elderly? There's blessings in that too. And that's another example too, guys, as to how the past beyond childbearing years, just like the men and the women. The men would work with the clients, the female clients I had, who were old like that and messed up. Them men would go in there and bathe them women. They wouldn't be looking at them women in that type of way. You do it, imagining it's your grandmother. You're imagining it's your, what, this is what you'd want somebody to take care of your grandmother. Okay? That's an example of beyond past childbearing years. Yeah, we got to stop getting it twisted. Exactly. Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with you working in the healthcare field. That's what I've done. I had to give showers too. Nothing's wrong with that. Allah knows best. Okay, let's see. Here's another question. I have been told that it's disliked to even brush your hair every day, as it's a sign that you are too attached to this world. Again, when people make comments like this, ask them who said that. First of all, Allah doesn't use the word disliked. Either it's lawful or it's haram. There ain't no disliked. Okay? So that's how you know this person's full of crap. Okay? Disliked is a word that people use when they don't know the answer to a question. Okay? Because as the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the lawful and the unlawful have been clearly defined by Allah. Either it's lawful or it ain't. Ain't no in between. When the Prophet speaks about the gray matters of Islam, he's talking about the things you don't know, but somebody else knows. Okay? Why would Allah not want you to comb your hair every day? When the Prophet Muhammad is clear, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whoever has hair, let him comb through it and oil it on a regular basis, because Allah loves cleanliness. That's what the Prophet said. How is me combing my hair showing that I'm attached to this dunya? I comb my hair every single day, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day. I ain't attached to this world. I'm attached to Allah. That's why I'm sitting here answering y'all's questions. So who is this numbskull that told you that? That's a person that's crazy. Another crazy person like the nurses who's killing people for a living. It's ridiculous. Here's another question. A nephew received a marriage offer from a sister who graduated police academy. I told him to decline because I doubt the department would let her wear an abaya. Now he's pouting. Exactly. What Muslim woman would even want to work as a police officer? I mean, come on. This is another example as to why Allah has sent this war. The gender roles have become blurred. We got women trying to be men. Is it the woman's job to provide and maintain and protect? Where does Allah say that women are the protectors on this earth? No, that's not our job to be no police officer. That's the man's job to protect, not yours. Your job is to be at home, protecting your children and yourself. This is another reason why ain't nothing going away. It's gonna spread. We can get angry all we want to. Allah's in control, not man. Yeah, you told him right. Why would he marry a woman that's a police officer? That's a woman that doesn't know her place. It's her job to die protecting her children, not to die out in the streets like a man protecting the neighborhood. That ain't her job. SubhanAllah. Is it lawful for people to be an assassin? Come on, guys. That's like asking me, Sister Laila, is it lawful to be a murderer? I think I've already answered that question. What is it with Muslims today? Like I said, to take the life of another person unjustly, that's a serious sin in Islam. Okay? Okay, Brother Muhammad said they quote hadiths, but because I am new, I don't know. Yeah, that's good. Well, and that's what this is for. That's why I'm here, inshallah, Brother Muhammad, for all my new shahadas, all of you. If there's a hadith that you're unsure of, bring it to me like you're doing. Ask the people of knowledge, like the Prophet said. That's our job, to tell you if it's true or not. That's our job. Exactly. Okay, here's another one. And if there's something I don't know, y'all know I'll get on the phone and call somebody that can answer it. I'll call Sheikh Atlee, or I'll call Sheikh Morsi or somebody, or Jamali or somebody. So don't worry, you'll get it answered. Okay, Brother Muhammad said, what signs, if any, can I look out for to realize if Allah is pleased with me? Oh, there's many signs. One of the signs that Allah is pleased with you is He will cause the people to like you. He will cause the people to love you. He will cause the people who are good people to want to be around you. Also, one of the signs that Allah is pleased with you is He'll answer your supplications. Also, He'll cause good things to happen to you. He'll cause blessings to appear to you, meaning good things to happen to you. Also, one of the signs that Allah is pleased with you is He'll give you knowledge and understanding of this religion. He'll make everything clear to you. You'll be able to recognize truth from falsehood. You'll be able to recognize, like Sister Atika did, this man's crazy telling me I can't work in the healthcare field. I can't give a bath to this old man who's sick. You'll be able to recognize the idiocy of people. That's a sign that Allah is pleased with you. Also, He'll cause things to happen to you that you never thought possible. So there's many signs that Allah is pleased with you. And Allah knows best. Yeah. Also, right, exactly. Another sign is the light on your face. That light, youthfulness. The light of youthfulness. Allah will keep you young and looking and all like that, and healthy and all like that. That's a sign too that Allah is pleased with you. Exactly. Yeah. Any questions in the Zoom room? The nurse ain't got nothing to say in there. I would really like to hear from these nurses, because I've been dealing with them on Instagram all week. What did the sheikhs, the higher ups say in response to my my comeback about y'all killing people? What did the higher ups have to say? I would like to know.
Left out.
Yeah, go ahead. Say what?
Yes, they left out.
Yeah, these nurses, I'm telling y'all, and you know, sad. Can you imagine that? It's just sad. I worked with elderly people, and can you imagine somebody taking your person out because they think, oh, well, you know, he's probably not going to ever get over this pain, so let's just kill him. Sad. Yeah, any other questions, guys? Yeah, these past two Q&As y'all have been coming up with some Woo! The last one, this one I think was even a greater challenge than the last one because this is from my older sisters. Wow, man. Y'all been making Layla work for these answers, boy, this past 2 weeks. Please make sure y'all support this Dawah effort. Let me throw that in there. Exactly. Guys, please, before we log out for tonight, this is the 15th. We need your donations to support this website. I don't know how much is in our account. I didn't check today. But y'all know it costs $2,000 a month to keep this website on the internet. And God, Allah knows we need it on the internet. So please support us. You can Cash App, you can PayPal, or you can, what's the other one we do? Zelle, inshallah, on the ticker there. And yes, tomorrow's classes. Tomorrow is Saturday. Tomorrow we have Dr. Asim. Just let everybody know, Dr. Asim's class is tomorrow night. And he's going to be speaking about, hold on, let me get it because he sent it to me. Dr. Asim's topic is propaganda. What is this? Oh God, I got to put this out. Yeah, I'm gonna put a flyer out for Dr. Asim. He's basing it on the Quran. What verse is this? Wait a minute. Oh, he always sends stuff to me in Arabic, so I got to figure out how to read it. Hold on. He always does this. وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَا لِكُلِّ. Oh, this is a surah from the Quran. Well, what is this about? Oh, surah number 112. I see what he sent. Yeah, surah number 112. And thus we have made for every prophet an enemy, devils from mankind and jinn, what we've been speaking about, inspiring to one another decorative speech and delusion. If your Lord wanted, they would have not done so. So leave them and that which they invent. This is going to be the topic for Dr. Asim's class tomorrow. Propaganda, the dissemination of information, the dissemination of ideas or rumors deliberately spread to influence public opinion. That's going to be our topic. How to deal with propaganda used to promote causes that contradict Islam and rumors. Okay. وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَا لِكُلِّ. Okay. I'll put this out for y'all too. Okay. I'll put a flyer out for it. Okay, let's see. Any other questions before we close out? Here's another one. What is the teaching program schedule for Ramadan? The same. You guys know I don't cancel my classes during Ramadan. So the only difference is the 6:30 class will focus on fasting. I'm going to walk you through Ramadan. We're going to do day by day, fast each day together. We're going to cover the virtues of fasting, the things that break the fast, the things that don't break the fast, how to spend each day. We're going to cover all of that during Ramadan. Plus still have the 9:30 class and the other stuff too. Yeah, so our schedule's not going to change. It's just that I'm going to focus on fasting and getting spiritually attached to Allah in my 6:30 class, inshallah. Okay, last call. No more questions. Is that all? I'll put this out, guys, from Dr. Asim. Yeah.
What Asim doing, Layla?
How people use propaganda to deliberately spread or influence public opinion and to promote their own causes and viewpoints. And he's using surah number, I guess this is surah number 112. Because you know he always
112 in what?
in the Quran.
112.
Yeah, he always
Oh,
throws
Surah 112. What verse?
the whole
Oh,
surah.
the whole surah.
Yeah. He always
Okay.
sends me something, girl. He sent this to me in Arabic, you know. And I'm like, what is it? Then I see it's a verse. It's Surah 112. I do. Shayateen. Yeah, he know now he got me wanting to do Quran Tajweed. Every time he does it, it makes me want to do the Quran Tajweed. Shayateen al. Yeah, see. Okay. All right. So there's no other question. I'm going to log out for tonight, guys, so I can put this together. I'm going to post this up on Facebook and YouTube for Dr. Asim. Yeah, his class is at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then you have my class at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Then you have Dr. Jamali is supposed to be tomorrow too at 8 p.m. Inshallah. All right, guys, I want to thank everybody for joining. Y'all gave me some questions today that I had to work with again. Y'all just blowing Laila's mind, okay? But alhamdulillah, I hope I answered everybody's question right. I had to come down tough on the nurses because that's a horrific sin, guys. That's a major, major, major sin. And we don't go around seeking people to overrule a law and what a law says. That's a horrific sin too. That's a sin of disbelief, to be honest. That can invalidate your belief in a law. We got to be careful. Some things I have to crack down on. All right. Okay. So I want to thank everybody for joining and participating. Inshallah, I'll see everybody tomorrow. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum, everybody.